Hello. How's it going out there? Today's the day this channel hit 4,000 subscribers. It's not the 5,000 milestone, but I like even numbers. And at this point in my journey on YouTube, I'd like to take a minute and just kind of recap what this channel is, who I am, and where I'm going and why I do this. So if you bear with me just a moment here, I'm going to use this other computer machine. To pull up this so I can have a look at it and chat with you guys when you get on there. So when this updates, I should be able to watch myself. Nope, the Fast Garden Tractor Tribute build. Good episode. Oh, look, live icon. Let's get on there. Is this one here? One watching. That's me. Trouble is, I can't see if I'm. Alright, I'm going to stare at the camera, and then I'm going to watch and look in the lag for whether or not I'm framed right. Yeah, looks good. Alright. I am actually, yeah, this is working. So, excellent. Got my teleprompt, and got a beverage here. We got a Fox on Park White Birch caffeine-free soda. My buddy Dylan gave me this one about 3 weeks ago, and I saved it for a special occasion. And I think that's right now. So, knowing that this video is gonna not be watched by anybody while I'm doing this. Wait, somebody else is there. Hey, welcome. Let's get right into it. So, as I said, this is a celebration of this channel passing 4,000 subscribers. Oh, just dropped to 3,999. Oh, we're back. All right, so it's been a long climb, and anybody out there that is a fellow YouTuber and a creator, it's a steep hill, and every time you think you figured something out, you didn't. It's just going to get steeper. I love doing it. This is my way of letting out my creativity in my free time, and it's a great stress relief because it takes my mind off of, you know, my professional life and the bumps in the road along life can be good, you know. It can be good. They can teach you stuff, they can hurt you, whatever. So you're just gonna have to go through it. So let's not get distracted too easily. There's so much to go over. And I appreciate, wow, there's 11 people watching this. Hello. We're doing a recap of the milestone that we just hit. What's that you say? 4,000 subscribers. All right, now that we're all here, what started all this? Well, 2012 or so I started this channel, and what started it all, I expressed in the Garden Tractor series, was my uncle had a camcorder and he was taking videos of wild stuff with cars, tractors, whatever. And I was like, that's all that there's going to be in the future. And you gotta realize, I was born in '88. I'm not, you know, old, but I'm the generation that let go of analog and went to digital. So I'm kind of half in one and half in the other, and don't know what to think. Jeez, back down to 5. I can recall the start of my career better than the start of YouTube, because the start of the YouTube channel was like, I was flying planes around and I wanted to put the video on there, and I just not good enough with technology. So then it turned into like, well, what if I do stuff at work where I'm recording projects as they come along? And then the JMP Saves Cars thing came years years later, as I was like, you know what my actual niche is? My actual niche is that I see value in things that are discarded. And if they're worthy of fixing or they have this cool story with them, then I'm into it. Um, that's what started the channel. And this is a digital legacy, essentially. So, as I go through 20 years of this career, I was thinking then what I'm happy about now, and that's that I'm able to share this with so many people, and it'll be there as long as YouTube exists. That's a tasty white birch beer. Fun fact, I quit drinking early on, and it was about the time that I started YouTube. So, for many reasons, alcohol doesn't do well with me. Mainly because I'm just a little wild, you know? And there's so many good things to drink that don't get you arrested. That's what it comes down to. Analog to digital. Why haven't I made a new tractor video? Well, it's really hard. It's really hard to have a business, keep it going as one person, and my time is very limited in the spring because I'm trying to get out my winter jobs as the new season's work is starting to crowd the door. And let's face it, that international scout turned into an adventure. It's amazing. I can't wait to share the update video with that. That's actually going to be painted in the next 2 weeks. But I had to stick with the project and see it through and do the whole job that I signed up for in addition to. So it's all good in the end, but a restoration shop calendar might as well be cheese because it's flexible. There's no making sense of it. You just got to go with it and seek efficiency. Down to 1. Thanks for hanging in there. That's me. Oh. This is why I don't do live streams, because my thought pattern is not straightforward. It's kind of like the president's. It's got a little weave to it. So how did I end up in restoration should be the next question, I would say. I went to school for it, pursuing automotive as like a foundation career, automotive repair, but I wanted to specialize. So I went to a really good school at the time, and it was like a big growing career field at the time, and I wanted to be part of it. So I went into school already having done a few restorations on snowmobiles and cars. Not like nice restorations, but I made things work again and look good. And I was like, I can do this for the next, 20, 30 years. So I did. And it's been a very rewarding career. A lot of hard work, and it's tough on your body and your mind to do things for months at a time. But that's kind of what formed this YouTube channel, is that I do this professionally, I do it for fun, and I also like to create automotive content because I like to watch it. So it's partly like so I can preserve the effort put into these projects, be able to share it with people that wouldn't normally see the process. They would just see a shiny car at a car show. So this idea is kind of like an aha moment, in so many different ways. And there's a lot of variety on this channel, but that's the beauty of YouTube, is that I'm not going to just stick to one thing, because that's not what this job is. This job is all over the place. You don't know what your next thing is going to be. And a lot of people in this industry share the same mindset of variety is, it's interesting. So you're going to see all kinds of stuff on the channel, and it's kind of grown from a specific topic channel to everything within that. Most of these people are going to find interesting. So I know that this channel grew like crazy through the Mighty Cat bulldozer series. and that was a really fun time. And the update video on that, I didn't even want to share with the audience because it was heartbreaking to me that the machine is broken and it has a problem. But that's kind of what this channel is about, is a community supporting the repair of a project. But in the broadest sense, the channel is inspiring people around the country, around the world, to seek out these good things from the past that can be saved and put them to some form of use, even if it's collecting it out of the woods, shining it up and using it on your farm as a farm stand. I don't know. It's still better than it sitting in the woods. Now, just the other day, yesterday, we were doing some experiments on junk cars. That to me is kind of like taboo, and these cars are going to get crushed in the next few weeks once they're at this junkyard and they look for good parts and they don't find many. So it's a way of asking those questions. What if I did this, or what if I did that, or I always wanted to? And my buddy Ben, we answer those questions. And if you search through this channel, I've learned some incredible things by just putting foreign fluids through engines. Or how much does it take to rip a tailgate off of a Ford Explorer? Like, somebody's going to find those things out. I like to see how things break so I can learn how to make them not break. It's kind of like the weirdest way of engineering something is from its failure instead of before the failure. So that's interesting. Late at night, I think about all these kinds of deep thinking problems. And to get back to the actual subject and out of my weave here, the garden tractor, the Fast Tractor project, just the transmission of power from the motorcycle engine to the Volvo transmission is such a simple concept, and it could be accomplished with so many different things. But I wanted to get the gearing right, I wanted to get the torque capacity right, I wanted to get all the angles right, and in order to build the middle, you need to know the outside. You need to know what the rear end is going to be for position in accordance to the frame and the engine. So it's been a really difficult process, and I'm just like amazed that my uncle was able to bang this out back in the 90s, and it worked well. So I'm really excited to see the capabilities of this machine with all the rethinking and all of the, I guess, 25 years of development. I've been thinking about this thing since high school. Like, I would tell my friends about it, but nobody experienced it except for the people that saw it in person and the people that saw it on YouTube, which is quite a few people. But just seeing the actual tires that I saw when I was a kid burning rubber from this garden tractor, just to know that those still exist and I went and collected them, that's why I do this career. It's like the Indiana Jones stuff that's just, I mean, you can't get enough of it. I've got some quests that are left on my list that are like many, many years. Like, I would love to find, my mother had a 66 Mustang. I would love to find the car. I don't have much to go on, and it's been a long time, but I'll find it someday. Behind me here, that's my first car. And I just went and I visited a neighbor that it was in his garage growing up, and walking back and forth to the bus is how I was like, I need to own that car someday. I love that car. I love the taillights. Like, I felt bad for it. It was sitting in the garage in the corner, all covered up for many years. And that car lived out its life on the road, and it was put away with the intention of preserving it so that it could be fixed. And it's been my passion to do that, and it's been why I educated myself in this way, and I took this career path, because I wanted to restore that car. So that's the other main thing I'm trying to celebrate is I think this year, this spring, I'm gonna finally finish my car. And it's exactly what I imagined it would be when I was in middle school, high school, and I would tell people, about the car, and they would be like, "Oh, it's an automatic. Oh, it's a small block. Oh, it's not a super sport." So now it's everything I dreamed it could be. Still a small block, but it's actually the first small block Chevy that I rebuilt, which is crazy. Still running too somehow. I know what I did in there, and it wasn't all perfect, but it runs good. So I appreciate anybody that joined in. I don't know how long we've been going here. Doesn't exactly say, but it's been a little while. I'm excited for the growth of this channel, and I'm really excited about just like realizing some ideas, like I just described. The garden tractor, lifelong thing. Not lifelong, but from age 5 to now. And my Chevelle, I got that car when I was 13. Um, Crazy goal in life is just like understanding that you've followed this path that you set out for yourself and you're doing it. And like I'm not gonna lie, it's been painful. It's been disheartening to follow this career because you don't get paid for all the hours, and it's tough to bear sometimes. You just got to get through it. And in the end, both people are going to be happy, or it's worthless. Shouldn't have done it. And that's the story of many cars. So it's my personal mission to get through every project that I start. I don't leave people stranded. I think of customers that as if I'm in their shoes, and I'm probably unkind and unfair to myself more than I am other people. So this year is a year of kind of like assessing and then like redirecting, and I'm gonna set up the next 10 years because I'm gonna be 47 in 10 years. That's nuts. I don't know how many more cars I got in me. I think I've passed 50 cars as far as like full restorations. I've repaired thousands. Um, I learn something new every day, and I hope that everybody out there can find something on this channel to learn from, or maybe to ask a question that gives you insight and furthers your knowledge. There's tons of great channels on YouTube, and it's an amazing tool that the common intelligence, or the intelligence on a subject, can be shared so rapidly and so thoroughly. So I hope that my contributions to the automotive restoration category on YouTube is appreciated. I try not to say, I try not to joke too much, but I am a fan of dry humor and dumb stuff, so bear with me. You're not alone with some of my things being only funny to me, but you're gonna get some of that. This Land Cruiser right here, this job was basically stopped like probably 12, 13 years ago, and this guy heard this fire up for the first time in I think 18 years, 16 or 18 years, 2007 when we drove it last. So this truck behind me went from junk to what it is today, and it had a really crazy travel, crazy journey. So there's so much to it. When you're in this field, it's more of like like you're serving, because nothing's predictable and nothing's easy, and the better you are at doing this, then the more challenging stuff comes. So now here I am 20 years into this career, I'm starting to, be pretty adventurous with things, and I got to look up to the people before me that achieved greatness. Like, what did they do, or what were they known for? And in 2050, I hope people are referring to information, you know, shared on this channel, and they're still preserving old cars in 2050, and I hope to be there. I mean, nobody's guaranteed tomorrow, but still got 10 fingers and 10 toes and made it this many years in this career, and kept most of the cars on the, actually all the cars on the lifts. Yeah, a couple close calls. Part of the job. I'm gonna shut this down. I mean, we don't. Wait. Nice rig, brother. Ryan Tax. Bruh, you that one cool uncle who takes his nephew, niece to actually have fun. Mad respect. Frosty. Wow. Wait, there's some more. Let's go. Number 3? Says this. Oh, it's 3 people. Well, anybody got any questions for me? I'm gonna stick this out for a bit. I'm kind of getting hungry, and I got a full tank of propane and stuff to grill. So man, it's so smooth. Highly recommend the Foxon Park. It's like, it's birch beer amplified in the perfect way. Let me collect my thoughts here. Maybe I could, yeah. So here's the prospects. The prospects for this summer are paint my car, finish it. The rear end needs to be re-geared. It has terrible gearing right now. I have 390s for it and a posi. So I'm going to do that on the channel. And I want to finish that car on the channel and tell its story. Because I went, like I said before, and I didn't finish, I went and visited the owner of my car that I've had for a long time, and he owned it since 1974. So I'm the third owner of the 72 Chevelle over here. And he told me some stories, and he confirmed that this car has never broken down. It's never returned home on a tow truck, which is pretty neat. I've towed it like 5 times on a trailer, but not because it was broken. So that's kind of cool. He has the original hood to the car. That was exciting. He just like asked me one day, you know, like 2 years ago, like, you have any interest in the original hood to your car? I was like, yes. I'm gonna put it on the wall, and I'm gonna put pictures of the restoration and, you know, the life that the car has had with me, because this is the, I would say this is the 4th version of this car in my care. But what's even more interesting, which I'm not gonna say anymore, but I have day 1 pictures of this car, and the first time I saw them was a month ago. Day 1, I should say day like 600, but the car was mint, and it's exactly how it was built, and it's the first time in my career that I've been able to stare at a car that I'm restoring in new condition. Now, what's even cooler, it's not cooler than that, but the Camaro, the 67 Camaro, I'm in contact with that car's rightful owner. And it's just so cool how when I restore stuff, every single project I've ever done has some kind of like weird link that occurs, and it's like magic. When you connect somebody with a thing from the past that they didn't think about for many years, all those memories are connected, and it's like weird stuff happens. So I'm gonna get into detail on that at some point. I'll maybe do a whole episode about the intricacies of restoration. Is that concentration? What's the word? No suggestions. The word means like weird things that happen that can't be a coincidence. So I don't remember what the word is, but I know that it happens a lot. And that's like restoration in itself, is you have to start the process to understand the process, and you can't guess the next step until you've performed the preceding. It's just kind of like cooking. Fall outlook. The fall outlook. Yeah, we're gonna just skip that topic. This winter was cold, wet, uncomfortable. I was just heating everything all winter. Working when I could, basically heating, shoveling, and uncomfortable. It, like the Northeast it's just, this is why people in the Northeast move so fast, because we have such little nice weather. But now that the nice weather is here, I'm excited. I can rebuild my enjoyment of these old things, because I gotta be honest with you guys, I haven't driven my car in 10 years. 10 years. A long time. I've driven other cars, I've had many cars, but that car is the most special to me, and I'm like almost afraid to drive it at this point. So I don't want to be a hypocrite, and I don't want to misrepresent what I'm doing here. So the Corvette, the C4 Corvette on the channel, that's going to be registered and on the road this year. It got painted. I didn't really do a series on it because I needed to just get it done. So my own car, it's really expensive to paint your own car, ironically. It came out nice, beautiful. I need to assemble the doors and stuff like that, and then I got to start fixing the car's actual issues. Burning the tires off of it many times proved that it's a tough drivetrain and the engine is stout. The cooling system is good. And I'm going to take it from there and bring that car back to as nice as I can. I'm going to use it every day, and then I'm going to sell it. And at that point, I'm going to kind of like reassess business, and I'm going to redirect. And I would like to, drum roll, I want to make some stuff. I want to make some products that are going to be automotive based, like certain cars. I want to help protect certain cars, certain places of cars with carbon fiber shields, filler panels. I can't give up all the secrets, but like I want to start preventing restoration. So it's like, well, if you restore a car, you don't want to have to do that again. You want to drive it. So I want to make products that help you to drive a classic car and not damage it, right? Like you saw the fender cover, made a fender cover out of carbon fiber because it's like, it's ironic, it's funny. But it works well. I'm going to finish that project, and it's going to be kind of demonstrated on my car. And just a whole bunch of stuff. The Scout is getting painted in the next 2 weeks. Garden tractor is the priority when the Scout is done. So you should expect a video on the garden tractor shortly thereafter. And let's see, the C4 race car, that is going to be leaving, and that was an insane project, and it kind of like, it took a lot out of me to build a car multiple times and to like keep it going, you know, while racing it. And it's just, it takes a village to do an effort like that, and my life can't do it right now. So that's like, you gotta know when to say quit, and it's like after you succeed multiple times, that's a good time. It's like fireworks, you can only throw so many before one goes off early. Well, hey, I think this was a good start for a live stream effort, and I wanted to try something new, and I wanted to kind of fill you guys in briefly. And if you have more questions, just, you know, put it in the comment box. That's what it's there for. I've done a lot, and sometimes it takes me a minute to kind of register the facts, but I'll try and answer whatever you got as well as I can. You understand, I can't be doing independent research to answer a question, but if my knowledge and experience can give you a hand, then I'll point you in the right direction. Just had a fellow ask me today, the pistons that he needs to make a de-stroked LS3. And I said, well, that is only one part of the list of ingredients. And the whole list of ingredients is based off of the end result. So I can tell you the part number for the kit that I used, and you can try and work off of that. But some questions like that, it's like you're opening a big can of worms at that point. It's like the next question that I asked him was like, do you want to spend this much money to build this thing? And the more you build it, the more power it's going to make. And then you're going to end up at this point where, well, if I don't go just a bit further with the valve train, then it can't survive. And everything's a snowball. If you want a paint job on a car to be beautiful, you need to define beautiful. And then you need to stick to it, and you need to get consistency throughout. So every restoration has a point of diminishing returns, and so does every thought process on modifying a vehicle. You can only make a car go so fast before you can't stop it, and vice versa. So be careful with that, and know that engineers did their best to make that car the best in every way all at once. And when you enhance one thing, you're going to take away from another, and you know, that's it's a thing to respect. That's takes a while to understand and respect. The processes on this channel that I display are to be used with, I guess, discretion. I do things in ways that I don't know, I fill in the blanks. Or like if I come up with a different way to use a common tool, I think that's interesting. So when I say I'm really using a Sawzall blade to do body work, I really am. And I'm not even joking about it, it's just funny. There's things all around you that you can use for tools that don't look like the right tool. This is kind of what makes up the JMP Saves Cars channel. I'm kind of a goofball and a self-admitted idiot, and I'm not ashamed to admit those things. And basically, I learn from mistakes, and most people do. So you gotta run into walls in order to even know that there's a wall there. So when it comes to restoration, 90% of what you're doing early in your career is guesswork and exploration, and a lot of failed experiments. Like, oh geez, can't use simple green on aluminum again. Like there's just certain combinations of things you don't do, and you can't learn it until you see it. So I'll try my best to have little Easter eggs throughout all my videos that are little lessons without me drilling it, into your head. It's just a matter of like catching it in the video. So just know that when I'm doing that, I'm doing that. I put as much effort into these videos as I can. I want to be better at producing long-form videos. I'm a believer that YouTube videos should be kind of raw and kind of the way it is, because it really is. And yeah, I'm doing what I can with what I got, and it's a lot even to do this monthly, couple videos here and there, plus build the actual things. And then here's another angle of this channel that's interesting, is that most of what I do and most of what I show is like one take. Like I can't put that back on the car or refilm that or change the audio or it's hard to even do with a microphone. I apologize to everybody out there for the audio quality, but hey, it's all I got. So I look forward to this year. I'm excited to have an audience that's engaging and all kind of like-minded. I would love to know what you guys are working on, what you're interested in, and just know that I make these videos with my audience in mind, and I'm looking forward to what we're going to be working on and doing in 5 or 10 years from now. And here's the start of that. So here's 4,000. Hopefully, in a couple of years, we'll be sitting here at 40,000, and I'll be actually talking to somebody. Looks like 34 minutes. We'll call it 35. That's it. I'm tapping out. This is hard to do. It's hard to just think off the cuff, talk to yourself. But being a mechanic when you're all alone all day, you can talk to yourself. Pretty good at it. Have a good night. Oh, yeah, oh, it's that device over here. Oh, and if you were wondering, this remote control car was given to me by my aunt when I was like 7. I used it once, put it through a puddle, and it's yet to work. So I'm gonna get that going too, I guess, at some point. I don't know what to do here. Do I just press stop?